Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.
Peace, family. Peace, family. Go ahead and come in. You know, this is going to be a very interesting one. This is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, man. You know what? I have not gone live when it comes to this topic. I have not really covered this topic in full detail the way I'm about to cover it right now. I have not covered this topic in the way that I'm going to cover it right now. Everyone come on in. Everyone come on in. I'm going to go into something dealing with the political sector. This is something that the reason why, right? Peace, family, peace, everybody come on in, come on in. Make sure you send this to someone, invite them. This is not going to be saved. This is not going to be saved unless someone screen records this. If you do not screen record it, it will not be saved. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to go right into this because it's getting to the point now where you have to be mindful of what it is that you are being subjected to mentally. Politics. Number one, let me make sure you understand something. Your brother Riza Islam's major in college was political science. Political science was my major in college. This is why I intentionally left college. Political science. Few things. Number one, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the word or the term politic. Shout out to my brother Glasses Malone. Shout out to my brother, the OG, my brother. Politic means multiple bloodsuckers. Poly, multiple, more than one. Tick is a bloodsucker or something that lives off of the life of something else or someone else. A politician, politician is one who practices being a bloodsucker of the poor. Now, that is not something that I'm going to generalize every politician with. I will not graze all of them with that brush. However, in the field of politics, you cannot say what you want. You cannot do what you want. You cannot truly work on behalf of the people, with the exception of local government. And when you are in the local sector, meaning when you are on the board, when you are on school board, very local, when you are the mayor, when you are on the city council, that's more local government. That's more manageable. You can do more legitimate work for the people. Why? Because you are more accessible to the people. This is politics. This is the basics in politics. Now, I want us to understand something here. The only reason why I'm breaking this down is because your brother Reza, we're not involved in politics. Reza, are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? No and hell no. No and hell no. The embarrassment that I witness on a constant basis is our people saying, vote Republican, vote Democrat. Vote Republican, vote Democrat. Or they'll say, well, Democrats did this to black people. Democrats did that to black people. Or they'll say Republicans did this for black people or to black people. Republicans did this to black people or for black people. Let me make this very clear so that we can all understand this. Just stop falling into the political game. Our ancestors never died for us to have the right to vote. Stop allowing people to give you that lie. It never happened that way, ever. Not one of our ancestors said, I'm going to fight for the right to vote. It was them fighting for freedom that they were told voting would give them. So they were told voting was the vehicle by which we could access freedom. Okay, we've been able to vote for over 50 years now. And what have we received? Clearly, voting was not the panacea or the cure-all or the ultimate solution. It is a goddamn lie. When you tell me that Republicans did this and that for black people and that black people founded the Republican Party and that the Democrats were the ones who were trying to keep black people in slavery while the Republicans helped to free them, you are partially correct. partially. Yes, the Republican Party was founded in part by freed black folk. Correct. Yes, the Democratic Party was fighting to keep black people enslaved partially. Yes, that is correct. But let me make it very clear. They are both the same damn fangs, the same teeth on the head of the same damn snake. Period. And why do I say that? In 1877, someone by the name of William Levy, there was something called the Compromise of 1877. This is something that all of you can use when anybody tries to give you this argument over Republicans did more for black folks than the Democrats. Okay, you're saying it like it's some other group. It's white people. White people. System of white supremacy. The government that is dominating people based off of white supremacy racism. You're saying Democrats and Republicans like it's two different ethnic backgrounds or something. White supremacy. It doesn't matter what you put on it. It doesn't matter what you call it. So stop with the nonsense. You black Republicans and you black Democrats. Stop it, sit down and pay attention. The Compromise of 1877 under William Levy, who introduced to Congress an idea and a proposal to put black people back on the plantation. After the Compromise, 1877, it was agreed by Republicans and Democrats to put black people back on the plantation in some way, shape, or form. You had Reconstruction between 1865 to 1877. We went back to school. We learned languages. We learned different things. We became architects. We ran for Congress. We ran for school board. We ran for mayor. We became people in high positions very quickly. We bounced back in a decade after being put down and held down for 3 centuries. They didn't understand that. How in the hell did you bounce back so quickly? Okay, 1865 to 1877. Reconstruction ended in 1877 after and due to the Compromise of 1877, again, between Republicans and Democrats. So when you tell me anything dealing with Republicans and Democrats, my only question to you is, do you know history? Do you know anything? Because they both agreed to put us back on the plantation. So I don't need to hear anything about you saying, well, Reese, are you a Democrat? Well, you're talking about Trump. Are you talking about Biden? Joe Biden, the one who helped to co-author and write the 1994 crime bill, which helped to lock up some of my family and your family and our family. Joe Biden, the same one who said that we as young black children have no conscience and that we are thugs and animals, just like Hillary Clinton said. Joe Biden nor Donald Trump are good for me. They are two Caucasian devils. One is overt, the other is covert. That is the only difference. Biden is a covert devil. Trump is an overt devil. Biden hides his true intentions. Trump tells you his true intentions. That is the difference. There is nothing else. Are they giving anything to black people? No, they're not. Joe Biden doesn't look like he's going to live long enough. Trump doesn't give a damn, really. He has done certain things within his administration that have benefited the poor. And black people just so happen to be a large chunk of those within the poor. So you have people saying, oh, he did things for black folks. No, he did things for the poor. He has never solely said just for black people. Trump has never said that up until this damn platinum plan that he is only using or stating as a way to gain the attention of the black masses so that he can regain the presidency for another 4 years. He has never singled out black people in that way up until now. And his platinum plan is a poor excuse. It is a laughable excuse. $500 billion when we are owed trillions, over 50 trillion, according to a professor of the university or at the University of Ottawa in Canada. He came up with the actual calculation based upon minimum wage numbers from 9 to 6 every day if our ancestors were working in a work week, and calculated all of the hours of free labor and determined that it was well over $50 trillion that we are owed. And you say 500 billion is something that you are going to offer in a platinum plan, as if we are talking about opening up some goddamn record label. 3 million jobs, 500,000 black-owned businesses. What are you talking? We've already been opening black-owned businesses constantly. What do you mean 3 million jobs? What do you What jobs? You're going to give jobs anyway because the economy is upside down. You have to open up more jobs in order for the economy to resurrect itself because it has tanked. You can only convince a people to listen to bullcrap if they are ignorant. The people who are uneducated will be controlled. They refer to it as the 85%. The 85%, people who are easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead into the right direction. The 10% are the slave makers of the poor. These are those who live well based off of how much of the 85% they can control. What you're dealing with is high science and high scientific mathematical precision and strategic manipulations of your mind, manipulations of your spirit, manipulations of your intelligence or the lack thereof. This right here is embarrassing. So I don't come out that much and say this, but I'm about to rail very hard against a lot of people who do not know basics of politics and how this system works, and those who are coming out with the whole, again, Republican versus Democratic nonsense. If you are not getting land right now, here's the things that you should be doing, that we all should be doing. Scouting land. Get with your family right next to you. Get with the people right next to you. You must find land. You must get some acres under your name and your ownership. Everyone who's watching, you must. I'm not saying that this is an option. I'm telling you, because what is about to happen is far worse than you could ever imagine. It has nothing to do with voting another devil in, voting another white man in to try to do something for us. They do not care. It will never happen for us entirely. It's not going to happen. They do not have $50 trillion to give us. They do not have the money. They don't. America is broke. America, according to the stock market, according to Wall Street, according to America's debt counter clock, America's over $26 trillion in debt, but that is that's the part that they're going to tell you. But America's not 26 trillion in debt. America's over 60 trillion in debt. So if America owes Black people collectively nearly 51 or 52.1 trillion dollars, if not more, yet her debt is just shy of 10 trillion less than that collectively, how in the hell can she give us what it is that she truly owes? And not to mention, she owes over 50 other countries money as well. So let's not go to that area. Did you notice how they were able to give out stimulus checks? Did you notice how those stimulus checks went out quick? That $1,200 came out quick. You know why that $1,200 went out quick? Because it was going to go right back into the economy quick to boost and resurrect the economy pretty quickly, because they knew Black folks are going to go and give the money right back to them. You understand how this works? It is a game. It is a game. You must buy land. You must transfer your fiat paper money into gold. You must transfer some of your fiat paper debt money into silver. Silver coins, not 25-cent coins. Silver coins. The only commodity, the only things that have the worth are the precious minerals, the precious metals, the gold and the silver primarily. You must transfer your paper fiat money, your paper debt money, your Federal Reserve notes into silver and gold. You must buy land. Now, I'm telling you this because this is not what I'm hearing anybody saying. I'm hearing them say, who are you voting for? What that translates to me, Riza Islam, former political science major, who left because he understood how much of a goddamn lie and strategic manipulation it was. Your political game is what has kept my people enslaved for so damn long. You give me the ability to choose a slave master over me, whom you picked at least 5 years prior to me voting for them in the first place. Then you set in place 12 electoral colleges that were put in place by rich families, banking families, to guarantee the outcome that you already strategically put in place to begin with. It is a game. They select them. We elect whom they have already pre-selected. It is a game. It is a game. It is a game. It is a game. It is embarrassing to see Black people who have a small level of intelligence get up here and talk and promote voting. I love my people. I love you. I love the artists. I love the rappers. I love my brothers and sisters in the hood. I love everybody, all my people. I love us. I love us. What I don't love at times is how ignorant we can be and how easily manipulated we can be. Just because we follow somebody specifically and they tell us to go vote because they don't have enough goddamn discipline to learn the truth. And I hate that. I'm seeing so many artists and rappers talking about let's vote. And I'm like, bro, let's buy land. Why are you not telling them to buy land? You buying it. I'm looking at certain rappers and athletes who I know are buying land. Why are you not telling them to buy land? I'm not understanding here. There's millions of acres of land. Georgia has a little over 30 million acres. I'm trying to figure out, there's hundreds of millions of acres of land. Why are you not telling the people to buy land? Do you think the people are going to buy up land and you're not going to be able to get some of your own? No. Tell them to buy the land. Stop telling them to vote in another slave master who does not give a damn about them. They don't care. They do not care. You're dealing with a level of Stockholm syndrome. You're dealing with a level of cognitive dissonance. You're dealing with a level of people who do not want to get away from the slave master. They're comfortable. They're very comfortable. Some of them are highly ignorant. So I can't get entirely irritated with all of my people. I'm saying some of them are ignorant. The majority are heavily ignorant. Some of them know a little bit, but they refuse to say what needs to be said. You got a lot of artists out here buying up land. You have a lot of rappers out here buying up land. You have a lot of celebrities buying up land. Then you got some smart brothers and sisters from different hoods buying up land. They know what's going on. In the Constitution of the United States, which America continues to F over and ignore constantly, within the Constitution of the United States, women had no rights, Black people had no rights, Native Americans had no rights. In order for you to even be classified, and that's right, my sister, yes, ma'am, look at land not only in America, but look at land in other countries. Look at land in Belize. If you don't want to go too far, look at land in Mexico, very fertile land. Mexico, Belize. Look at land in Jamaica, very cheap in Belize, very cheap in Jamaica. Look at land all over Africa, all over Africa, all over Africa. Look at land all across the world, not just America. You can get some land right now for $1,500, for $1,000 in different countries. In Belize, you can snatch something up in Belize. In Jamaica, you can snatch something up in Jamaica. All over the countries in Africa, the continent of Africa, all the countries in Africa, you can snatch up chunks of land. Stop playing. Just stop playing. All right. I'm telling you, get your mind right and get your mind set in a specific motion. But let me finish what I was saying about the Constitution. In the United States Constitution, women did not have rights. Black people did not have rights. Native Americans did not have rights. 30 lines below where it stated that all men are created equal in the Constitution, 30, maybe 31 lines below, it said the merciless Indian savages. Within the same page, make it clear. I want you to understand something. We were not claimed, nor were we classified as human beings. So therefore, because we were not classified as human beings, we therefore were not qualified to own land. And therefore, the only individuals who were classified as human beings were land owning Caucasian males in particularly. What type of Caucasian male? Not just a Caucasian male. What kind, what type, what classification of Caucasian male? Land owning Caucasian male. If you want to be looked at as a human being entirely, if you want to have a level of power, then you must become a land owning Black man, Black woman, brown man, brown woman, red man, red woman. You must become a landowner. The Constitution won't even acknowledge you nor me, and I don't give a damn about being acknowledged by the Constitution. But the Lord, Allah, God, the supreme being, Jehovah, whatever you want to refer to as a supreme being, he gave us this land, all 196,940,000 square miles of it. 57,255,000 square miles of land, 139,685,000 square miles of water. The land, 57,255,000 square miles of it. And how much of it do you own? Me and my whole family are currently scouting for land to buy. Because if anything happens, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, everything we need is in the land. Everything. Once you get to your own land, the government can't touch you. They can try it. And you also need to be able to protect yourself when you own it. But you must have something. You must own something. Get an acre. Get your family together. Get 5-10 people around you together. Each one of you put up 500 and go buy 1 acre of land. Something. Damn it, buy a brick. Do you own a brick? We be banging over here in the hood all the time. Banging for hoods that we don't own a brick on. We don't own the streets that we claim. And it's not a shot at my brothers and sisters who are Bloods, Crips, and nothing like that. You know that. But in reality, you don't own the hoods that you bang from, that you claim. Get the money together and own it. Own a block, own a building, own the plot of land that the building is on, or go find one of these small plots of land, find out how much it costs, pool your resources together with the brotherhood, the sisterhood, get 10 people, get 20 people. Each one of you put 200 in, 400 in, 600 in, 1,000 in. If you can afford it, buy up the land. The Chinese do it. The Italians do it. The Jewish people have done this for so damn long. They have entire districts. There's a Jewish district in every major city. Every major city in America, there is a Jewish district because they own it. They've leveraged the system of credit. After the 1914, man, there's so much, I'm telling you. 1914, when it was passed, the Federal Reserve Act, largely in part by Jewish people, okay, off the coast of Jekyll Island. You're talking about the Rockefellers, you're talking about the De Beers, the DuPonts, the Warburgs, the Carnegies, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs. Again, when you're talking about these people, the Waltons who own the Walmarts, the Gates. Now, when you are talking about this type of thinking, there is a level of power that people get to where it is only more power and more power that they are concerned with. More ownership, owning this, owning that, controlling this, controlling that. People talk about capitalism. Yes, America is absolutely capitalistic. That is what America is. Bam. Capitalism, capitalism, capitalism. But it's even bigger than that. It is a drive for power. Power, dominion, and control. Power, dominion, and control. Now, I want you to understand this. If you do not own anything, you can't say anything. If you do not own anything, you can't bring your mouth to the table. If you own nothing, you say nothing. If you own nothing, you have the right to say nothing. If you own nothing, you say nothing. My whole family is currently looking for land. We already have locations. We have already looked at things. It's already being done. You must own land. Why is there another reason why you must own land? America is being hit with a famine that is going to hit us all. Famine meaning a major shortage of food. So I didn't get on here to really make you become nervous. I got on here to jumpstart your brain. We get distracted very easily. And the one thing I keep hearing people say is, vote, 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 vote. Reza, are you voting? And I'm like, am I voting? Am I voting? It's the year 2020. We're still being murdered. We're still being shot. Lynching was just declared a federal hate crime in February of this year. What the hell are you talking about? Am I still voting? Voting for who? Voting for what? Two Caucasian men who don't give a damn about my people. One of them who specifically referred to Africa as shithole countries, who said grab women by the vagina, but he was very vulgar with it. He used the P word. The other one helped to co-write the 1994 crime bill that incarcerated your and my elders, your and my uncles, your and my father and cousins, two of my brothers. Didn't apologize for that. Neither one of them give a damn about us as a people. Neither one of them have a true plan for us as a people. Again, that platinum plan under Donald Trump's administration is a joke. It is nonsense. It's laughable. About 3/4 of that platinum plan we are already doing as a people. 3 million jobs, 500,000 black-owned businesses he's promising to open up, $500 billion in access to capital. No, you're supposed to give us access to capital that we own because we are the ones who built the capital that you stand upon currently right now. What are you talking about? You mean the 500 billion out of the over 50 trillion that you owe us? The hell are you talking about? Like, he's like, listen, I'm doing this for you. You're not doing a damn thing for us. See, when you are dealing with somebody who is pimping you, you need to understand when you are being pimped. I'm not into this lesser of the two evils nonsense. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? Well, reason we got to vote for somebody. Vote for yourself and your people. How about that? Have you thought about why there are groups of people who get laws passed that benefit them? Do you know how you do this? Let me explain how you do this. When you're dealing in politics, this is how this goes. You have people who are called lobbyists. You have people who take money and they go to a politician, a congressman, congresswoman. These are people who are in the House of Representatives. These are people who are in the Senate, over 500 people collectively. Then you tell them, listen, I will give you this amount of money if you put this into law for my people. I will give you this amount of money, $5 million. If you pass this law for my company, for my alcohol company, for my pharmaceutical drug, for my vaccine, I will give you this amount of money. If you pass this law for same-sex marriage, if you pass this for Mexicans, if you pass this for natives, if you pass this for Italians, if you pass this for Jews, we will collectively give you this amount of money. If you do this for us, do you know what a politician ain't hearing and ain't giving a damn about? Votes. They make you think that they care about the votes, but in reality, it is the money and the agenda that you give them. And again, the money, which is the incentive. I will give you this money if you do this for me. It is called a business transaction, a business exchange. We have been begging. And do you know why? The word vote comes from a word which means a wish, to wish. To vote means to wish. It means to wish. You're wishing, you're praying, you're hoping. Your ancestors, our ancestors, did not die for voting. And if anyone continues to push that, you are not only ignorant, but you are irresponsible. Our ancestors could not vote at a certain point when they were being lynched and murdered and killed and raped and all of this. White people have always been elected. So now we have the right to elect another white person. Oh, Obama was black. Obama didn't do nothing for y'all. Obama did not originate the system of white supremacy under which he was an employee. Obama can't change the system. Clearly, they use a black face to push a white supremacist agenda. Daniel Cameron lied about Breonna Taylor's case, lied about the gun going off, lied about this, lied about that. They push a white agenda, white supremacist agenda, evil and wicked agenda through a black face. Why? Because we trust someone who looks like us. But now, clearly, it ain't working no more. So end it. End it. End it. Stop bringing up Obama. Stop bringing up all of the false equivalencies. No, this is the same government that hates you and me. Period. You will never get anything. I will never get anything. We will never get anything until we come together and pull our resources and do something for ourselves and demand that something change. Voting ain't going to do it. It is the money. Again, the money and the written agenda that we put before Congress, that we put before the specific congressmen and women, and say, if you do this for us, we will give you this amount of money. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. These are the 5 things that we want you to do. And in exchange, we shall give you this amount of money. You buy a politician. You own a politician. That's how this goes. That's how politics works. It has nothing to do with no damn voting. You think politicians can live off of votes? They have a family too. They got to eat too. How do they live? Off of votes or money? Money. My major in college was political science, and I'm listening to the nonsense. I didn't graduate from college intentionally. If you're going to college, do your thing. I'm not saying to follow me in that aspect. I'm saying it's a game. It is a game. And anyone who continues to push the high level of the irresponsibility where voting is concerned, and the Republican versus Democrat nonsense, and well, you ain't talking bad about Biden, but you talking bad about Trump. 2 Caucasian white men who don't give a damn about my people. Period. I don't like Trump nor Biden. I don't trust Trump nor Biden. I'm not going to vote for Trump nor Biden. Well, Reese, if you're not voting, you can't say anything. No, you can go straight to hell with your ignorant self, because you don't hear the Chinese arguing about who they're going to vote for. You don't hear the Jews arguing publicly about who they're going to vote for. You don't hear them, do you? You know what they're doing? They're in the background writing down. And by the way, I don't give a damn if you agree with me or not. Listen. Because as a black man, I don't have to vote for anybody. But as a person who knows politics, let's go to the absolute facts here. When you want someone to pass something, legislation for you and your people, it's not the voting that matters. You go and you sit down and write down the agenda. You write down each point that you want them to know about, that you want them to agree with for your people. Here are the 10 things that I want you to do for me and for my people. Here's the sheet of paper. Here it is. And on this piece of paper are the 10 things. Here is the $10 million that we're going to contribute to your campaign. And once you're elected, if you are elected, you get this money here. And that goes into the written contract. Boom, you become the president. Bam, you go to work on signing legislation. Boom, it goes from, of course, the floor, and you got the House and the Senate. Okay, did it pass there? Okay, good. It went there. Okay, boom. Then it goes to the desk of the president. President signs. Boom, becomes law. Basics, basics, basics. You don't have to agree with me. I don't give a damn about you agreeing with me. I don't care. It has nothing to do with agreeing with me. What you don't know is I was going to Compton College. Compton College is where I was going. And when I was going to Compton College, I had already been awarded by the city of Compton. Already had been awarded by the city of Compton. Peace to my sister, Surviving Vegan. Love you, sister. Love you very much. You know that. I had already been awarded by the city council and mayor of Compton. At that time, it was Mayor Eric J. Paradin. Mayor Eric J. Paradin of Compton, California, for the work that I was doing in the community for years. I've been awarded. I have the old picture. I posted up and everything. But I told the mayor, Mayor Eric J. Paradin, I shook his hand when I was being awarded in the city chambers, right, at City Hall. I was shaking his hand. I was about what? How old was I? I think I was 20, maybe 21. I shook his hand and I looked at him and I said, I'm gonna be the mayor of Compton one day. And he was shook. He said, then he looked at the city council members. He said, Did you guys hear what he said? And they said, Oh yeah, we know him. Yeah, if that's what he said, he's serious. And so the city council, they all knew me because of the work I've been doing in the community for years. They knew that. So I shook his hand. I looked right in his face and I said, I'm going to be the mayor of Compton one day. That's when I was a student in political science. When I was a political science major, when I was in political science class, my intention was to do things that would help our people, but in a way that was so powerful and effective to change things legally. But when I was in political science class, I was learning every single day when I was there, or every other day. I think my class was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, how far out of reality that was. Because I would not be able to do what I sincerely wanted to do for my people by being the mayor. I would not be able to do for my people sincerely what I wanted to do by being a city councilman. I would not be able to do what I sincerely needed to do and what needed to be done for the brothers and sisters in Compton, the brothers and sisters all up and down the different blocks, from the courthouse all the way back to Greenleaf, all the way up to Wilmington, Willowbrook, Alameda, all the way over to Central. I wouldn't be able to do for them by being the mayor, because I will be trapped and I will be controlled. So therefore, my words that I said to the mayor at that moment were at that moment because I was in that mental state and I had that level of knowledge at that time. I'd say shortly within about 3 months after that, when I was learning from my political science teacher, Paul Floor, who was a UCLA alumni, a dude about 5'1", maybe 5 feet even. And he gave us the truth about politics. The whole class was shocked when this man opened his mouth and he said, for those of you who are here for your first time thinking about politics or running for political office, just know and understand that everything you think you have known about politics is a lie. That's how he started off the class. Little short white dude in Compton. That's how he started off the class. He said it has nothing to do with who votes for whom. It has everything to do with whom has the money to pay for whom. Blew my mind at his blatant honesty. And I said, geez, damn. That shocked me, because I'm like, me, okay, being a mayor and then be the president. When I saw Obama become president, 2008, I was 18. I was at Compton College running for the student ASB. I was running for the president of the ASB. And I wasn't playing. Compton College. I was not playing. I believe 1111 Artesia Boulevard. I was running for, I'm like, I'm going to be the president of the United States. I wanted to be the president. I'm so serious. I want y'all to know this about your brother. I was a political science major in college. I was 18 years old. Again, I'm telling you. So my mind was on that. I thought that was the way to go. I thought that's how I'm going to help my people. That's how I'm going to be able to really make a change for my people. That's really how I'm going to be able to do it. Until I started learning. And learning and learning and learning. And the more I learned about politics, the more I learned it was a goddamn lie and a trap. And I'm going to tell you, for those politicians that I've worked with, because I work with plenty of politicians, there are some who do their best. And they definitely do their best. They step outside of their comfort zone. They step outside of the boundary that they're given to stretch to do more. There are some. And I have to acknowledge them, and I have to give it up to them. I have to give them that love, and I have to give them that acknowledgement. But at the same time, the moment you go from being in the local government, which is far more malleable, it's a little looser. You have the ability to make certain changes if you choose, because it's local government. When you graduate and you go up to state government, now you're talking about governor. Okay, now you're talking about state level now. You have a little more of a tight rope because you are between local and federal. And so now there are certain things you cannot do as loosely as you would be able to if it were local. Now you're talking about federal. You're talking about president. You're talking about congressman, congresswoman. Now you are totally under the system of white supremacy, period, bar none, period. And because of that, You have to understand that it is a game that you are now a player in. You don't own the game. You're a player that has been selected. That's all this is. And anyone who's been listening to me right now for the last 39 minutes, if you've asked me, am I a Republican? Am I a Democrat? I am neither, because neither sincerely has helped my people. I don't care what you think you know about the historical framework of the Republicans, about Black people being partial founders of the Republican Party. Yes, you are correct, specifically Democratic Republic, but fine. I don't care what you have to say about the Democrats fighting to keep people of color or Black people enslaved, while the Republicans were pushing to make Black people free. When in 1877, under William Levy, you had something called the 1877 Compromise, or the Compromise of 1877, which ended Reconstruction, which was an agreement between Republicans and Democrats to put Black people back onto the plantation. Don't tell me nothing about Democrats or Republicans. Reason why are you siding with Biden? Biden, who co-wrote the 1994 crime bill, who helped to arrest and put some of my brothers into prison disproportionately. I don't like Biden. Donald Trump, who referred to our motherland as shithole countries in Africa, who said grab women by the vagina, who said Mexicans are rapists, who sicked the police on people, and he said don't be so easy on them, rough them up more. The man who helped to bring in a resurgence of white supremacy, the man who helped to peel the onion off of white civility, as Minister Farrakhan said. You have an overt Klansman and a covert Klansman. You have a direct devil and an indirect devil. You have a Donald Trump, pure white man devil. I don't care about nobody. You have a Joe Biden. I'm going to smile in your face, but I'm really not going to do anything that's going to help to benefit you or your people. But I'm going to make you think I'm going to do that because my running mate is a Black woman. Black women they're marginalized, aren't they? And they're disproportionately, oppressed, aren't they? Don't you want a Black woman? See, you're going to listen to what she says. Yeah, I'm going to have her as my running mate, even though she also is a woman who helped to disproportionately put Black men in jail, Black women in jail. Kamala Harris's name was on the paperwork when I went to jail. She is not for the upliftment of her people either, because she is primarily Indian. And she does not claim her Blackness until recently, when it came to now running for vice president, because she lost all of the funding she needed when she was running for president. Kamala Harris supports Benjamin Netanyahu and the Jewish state of Israel. She is sponsored and funded by AIPAC. She is sponsored and funded by Alphabet Inc. You have to understand and know who the hell it is that you're dealing with. These people are not for us. Either one, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and whoever the hell Trump is going to choose for his running mate. No. Do you know who you need to vote for? You, us. Buy land, buy land, buy land. And once we get the land, or if we just decide to go ahead and pull our money together, then we can write down the different things that we want. And once we write down our agenda, 10, 15 points, 20 points, we bring these 10, 15, 20 points to the president-elect of our choosing, whether whoever wins, Joe Biden or Trump. Well, Trump more than likely will win. I don't care either way. And once we bring that agenda to them, we say, listen, here are the 15 points, the 15 things that we want you to sign into law for us, the 15 things you want to do, we want you to do for us, these 15 things. And again, here's the 10 million or the 15 million that we will give you. That's how it goes. It's that plain and simple. It has nothing to do with anything else. Your feelings are irrelevant. The word vote means to wish. If you look up the derivation of the word, nothing to do with anything else. Anyone else telling you anything else is ridiculous, and they have no idea what it is that they're talking about. Period. And the only reason why I know this is because I follow a man who has been teaching us this for years, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. And then outside of that, the knowledge that I learned from being in college, which my major in college was political science. Again, like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with your vote. It has nothing to do with how you feel. It has everything to do with money, because America needs it, because America is deprived of it, and America is going to die without it as of right now. America's broke. So you're going to hear a lot of pandering. In the next couple of days, you're going to hear Joe Biden come up with a plan for Black people. There's going to be a plan that comes from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris just for Black people. Donald Trump came out the platinum plan, ridiculously laughable and insulting, to say the least. Black people collectively, we are nearly 50 million strong in this country. If you divide that 500 billion that he's talking about by 50 million of us roughly in this country, that is an estimated $10,000 a piece that we will get for the anguish and the horror of what our ancestors experienced for over 265 years. $10,000 a piece is not a damn thing. That's nothing. That's insulting. The $500 was not a form of reparation entirely. I'm saying that so you can understand the mathematical equation in the fact or in the case that it were and was for reparations. What I'm saying is that the 500 billion, per what he said, is going to go towards giving us access to capital of up to $500 billion as a people, giving us access to capital, the capital that we built, the capital that Trump and all white folks have access to, is what we as Black people have built up. It was from our labor. You have the capital because of our work. So what you mean is what you're going to return to us, giving us access to it. It's, you know, it, you got to be a cold devil. You got to be a cold devil to talk to our people in a way like we are wards of the state, children, the most ignorant. You speak to us as if we have no intelligence, like we are so punitive and stupid. You really talk to us in a way like none of us read, none of us think, none of us watch. You talked, I mean, the word ward means a child. Legally, that's why they refer to you as a ward of the state. Once you become arrested, once you go into jail and stuff like that, you become a ward of the state. It means you're a child. You need to learn words. They get us with legalese, legal terms, legal words, legalese. So my point in this, I'm going to hop off of here. My point in this is, without an agenda that is written and clearly known, without an agenda that is written and clearly known, without an agenda that is written and clearly known, and without the money with which to push that agenda, we will get nothing but promises. We will get more, more and more and more lies. We will be treated the same exact way, if not worse, because as of now, America, according to what they tell you and tell the public, is $26 trillion in debt. Your question should be, who is America in debt to? What are they in debt for? And how are they going to pay that debt off? If you don't know how to answer those three questions, then you and everybody else who's talking about voting have no idea of what the hell is to come. No idea. Who is America in debt to? What is she in debt for? And how is she going to pay that debt off? These are the questions you must know and understand when people talk to you about voting. Voting for what? Am I voting for America so that she can get up out this debt? Since we are debt slaves from birth under a birth certificate system since 1914, and prior to 1914, taxes weren't legal. The people didn't have to pay taxes because that's illegal. Isn't that the stuff that they abolished way back over under King George and in Europe and things of that nature? Isn't that the taxes are not necessarily legal? Now, and that's not a point to benefit Trump or anybody else. Not to benefit anybody else, but I'm letting you know, as it pertains to when it comes to you being birthed into the system, you are a debt slave. And so America started to sell off its people as the capital to take the place of the debt. So when you and I are born, America they predict how much money will be made by you and me. And therefore they can sell that off to the international banking families so that we become the bearers of the debt. America moved the debt off onto us and said, look, you could take them. America, we have been trafficked. We are trafficked to the bankers. We have been trafficked. I cover that in my book. I touch on that in my book. Make sure after you get off of here, you click the link in my bio and get my book. A lot of what's going on, we've already been talking about. People have been talking about this for years, since before I was born. people have been talking about this. And for the simple fact that me and you and us are dealing with this now should let us know that we gotta speed things up here to get this done. Because what I'm not about to be is somebody in the history book fighting a fight that the person who will be reading the history book is still fighting 20, 30 years from now. I'll be damned. It's not going to happen. We have to end this and do what needs to be done for our people, period. But I'm not about to go down or up, whatever, in history, in a history book. And just like y'all, we're not going to be in some history book. And our descendants and our children's are reading the book. And they're saying, wow, they were fighting that. And look, we still dealing with. No, it ain't happening. It is not going to happen like that. It's not happening. We're too intelligent. We're too smart. We're too strong. We have too high of an ability to be connected. It's almost 1,000 people watching me right now. We have too much access to information. We have too much access to each other for us to continue to duplicate the same nonsense we've been dealing with for over a century. We don't have time for this shit. We don't have time for this. We don't. My children will not inherit this. I'm not about to allow my children to inherit this. And for those of you who do have children, work hard for your last name for your children. Work hard for them. Because this damn thing right here is not about to it's not going to continue. I don't get distracted by the nonsense of those who get all the views and likes and things of that nature in the mainstream. I don't care for that. The majority of them are clowns and they are slaves. And it is a circus. Politics is a show. It is the Roman circuit. It is the Circus Maximus. Just like the majority of NFL games, football games, NBA games, etc. I don't even know why the hell we're dealing with sports right now. Why are we going back to sports as if we're free? America is upside down, and you want to sit here and distract me with some goddamn sports? You're trying to force vaccines onto my children. You're trying to force prison onto us as a people. You're trying to remove citizenship from us. You're not going to allow us to travel if we don't take vaccines. You're trying to do all of this horrific stuff to us as a people. You're still killing us. You're still murdering us. You won't give us justice, but you want me to watch somebody dribble a ball and throw a football around. I don't know what type of logic you're trying to push over here. But we have to wake the hell up. So I don't go live too often like I used to, but I'm going to start doing that more to wake us up and remind us that there is far too much that needs to be done. Far too much that needs to be done. I'm just making it very clear. Far too much that needs to be done. And I really, really, really don't care about anyone's personal feelings when it comes to our overall survival as a people. Whenever the people start to wake up and realize what the government is doing to them, and they start to ask questions and they start to raise hell and fight against it, the government goes into distraction, deception mode, and they must control the minds and the attention of the people. So they start to throw them parties and they start to push games and festivals and circuses. Give them bread and circuses, and they shall never revolt. I'm a black man from Compton. Why the hell am I this smart? That's what white folks think when they meet me. Seriously, not to be funny, but a lot of them really, you're from Compton? Wow. Yeah, wow. See, you need to always look at the undertone when people are talking. Look at the undertone. People don't know how intelligent we truly are. As a people, they don't. You know why? Because we don't. We don't know how intelligent we are. We really don't. You let people play you. You have a pregnant brain in your head right now, brother, sister, every one of you watching. You are pregnant mentally. You're afraid of exposing it. What is wrong? What's up? Why are we lazy thinkers? Why are we lazy learners? Why are we lazy about this stuff? What are you doing? Most of our brain power we use by giving it up to someone else who makes money off of it by us scrolling all day and them going into predictive programming to push ads on us, to push products on us, to push nonsense that is not going to benefit us as a people. What is this? I mean, are you cool with living like this? Is this how you want to live? Y'all really think I'm joking? Is this really how you want to live? I don't get this, man. I've never been okay with how we live. We're not out yet. Still in the damn matrix. Still in slavery. Still. Why are we acting like we out? Why are we acting like we're done? We made it. We made it. We haven't made it yet. So what the hell is going on? And I don't need to hear nothing about nothing. Well, the rapper this, and I grew up with no family, no single parent household. I'm an orphan. I'm a this or whatever, bro. Come on, man. Come on. You see what's going on out here. Every one of us see what's going on out here. And if you're not feeling something here, when you see what's going on with our people and see what's going on all across this planet, then there is a level of death that you have steeped into spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Wake the hell up and get up out of that. Shake it off. Wake up and realize what is important. Find your purpose when it comes to this mission. Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Find your purpose. Most of us who are dealing with this stuff that's going on in the world, we don't know what our purpose is, and that is why we just go throughout the world every single day. You wake up in the morning, you check your damn phone, see how many notifications you got, see how many likes you got on this post, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I got pushed into it myself until I realized, whoa, I'm programmed. Whoa. That's why I put all of that in chapter 2 of my book. And now there's a documentary talking about the programming of social media. There's a documentary called The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma, where former workers from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and all of the other social media platforms and networks are spilling the beans. They're telling you the truth about what they created in social media and how they created a monster that they can no longer control, and how it has controlled and manipulated the masses of the people to the tunes of billions on this earth. It works. It's like clockwork all day long. The Social Dilemma. And I watch it work perfectly. I watch us give up everything to social media, to the government. I watch us give up everything to social media, to the government, to the over 30,000 FBI agents who have profiles, to the CIA, who, when we travel, or if we do travel internationally, or if we talk internationally, anything like that, they track us, they trace us, everything that we say, everything we do. The large supercomputer over in Utah that is built, which houses all of the information that is being recorded every single moment of every single day, from every phone call to every text message to every email to every Snapchat that you post, to every Twitter tweeted, to every post on Instagram, to every DM that you send, from audio to video to picture, everything. This is what the world is that we live in. And I don't like to overwhelm us with so much, because I can definitely do that, but I don't like to do that. We really got to wake up, man. There's too much going on. There's too much going on for us to just be sitting here acting like all we're going to be doing is twerking all day, go hanging out every now and then, going to drink, smoke. We drink and smoke too goddamn much. I love us. I'm not judging us, but I'm being real. We drinking and smoking like we're really celebrating something. The hell we celebrating? Bruh, dude was just shot yesterday. What you drinking for? I love y'all, man, but it's like, damn. Seriously. And don't get mad at me, because I'm not judging you. Ain't nothing like that. Not at all. I love my people enough to tell you the truth. They know what they doing. White man kill you. White man gave you the alcohol too. White man shoot you. Yeah, white man made the gun that, he shot you with. You shooting your brother. Keep drinking, niggas. Like, come on, man, look. White man locked your daddy up for selling weed. White man made it legal for him to sell weed now. Prop 64, George Soros. Hey, you know what? I'm going to let you sell weed, but I'm also going to put some chemicals in there. They're going to sterilize you. They're going to make it to where you can't have children. They're going to shrink your testicles, going to kill your ovaries, give you cancer. Keep smoking. Matter of fact, hey, we'll make it incorporated so you can go ahead and sell it. Don't get mad at me, damn it. Don't get mad at me. It's a damn setup, and it's always been a setup. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is conspiracy documentation. It is absolute fact. And I'm not irritated. It's just real. I love y'all enough to tell you the truth. Seriously. It is what it is. But this political game is just that, a game. And the moment the person is announced who is the winner of everybody's goddamn attention, whoever becomes the president, whether if it's Donald Trump who remains or Joe Biden, where do we land. Where do we land as a people? If we don't own land, if we don't own farmland, if we don't own technology, if we don't own anything, we are nothing but their slaves and their children. And that is what we will always be until we decide to come together, pool our resources, and do something for ourselves. I love y'all. May Allah continue to bless each and every one of y'all. Click the link in my bio, grab my book. Click the link in my bio, grab my book. A lot more solutions to come. All right. Peace, peace, peace.